Buddy, that shit gets me amped every time.
Every time. Love it.
Every time.
Love it.
Well, man, I think I've got to pass this on to you, Stove.
Well, I was just gonna say, do you want to wait a little bit here as we get some more?
I think we at least need Rebel's intro at the middle.
Yeah, that too.
That's tradition, baby. It's got to happen. Without any further ado, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever the fuck you're watching this episode. All right, this is episode 82 of Backyard Blitz, brought to you by Backyard Sports. We got the gang. We're missing a gang member. He'll be with us shortly. But I will tell you this. I do have the big Stove. How are you tonight? Fantastic, bud. Taco Tuesday. I'm ready to roll. Ready to roll, baby. What kind of tacos did you go with? I didn't go with any tacos. It's just Taco Tuesday, though.
I didn't even think about it being Tuesday. I got this bomb-ass taco joint up the road, authentic Mexican tacos, and I should have gotten some.
You should have. Yeah.
Man, I should have gotten
You should have. It's a party.
You're missing out.
That's a taco foul.
Look, the guy that owns the place, if there was like a Hollywood caricature of a dude that owns a Mexican taco joint, he's the guy. Like, he's got locks, he's got a nice little mustache. Like, he looks like the guy that Hollywood would cast as a dude that owns an authentic Mexican taco joint.
Okay.
And I know that sounds racist as fuck, but
that sounds, I mean, it's not that it sounds racist, it's that it is racist, and it's I mean, it's at minimum profiling, you know.
Yeah,
but here's the thing, right? Though, I want to be clear before anybody gets all fucking sensitive. I'm with that. Like, look, stereotypes exist for a reason, okay? Yeah. And if you have a problem with that, then, you know, suck my dick or whatever. So anyways, yeah. All right. So I've got the live up. I'm trying to get over to the comments real quick just to see who's in. But anyways, so we have some news. We got to wait on Andy. I don't even want to talk to fucking Gary now that I know that he's just out here wasting everybody's time and teasing us with good tacos and his racism. Let's just put our white hoods on and start the meeting, everybody. I think that's the route we need to go. Let's just
went off the rails already.
I mean, what did you expect? Yeah, you're right. Look, Stove, just take it over before I fucking run.
You sure you want to do this right now? All right.
Hey, buddy.
All right. So, Raul, as Gary, Andy, and myself, we experienced it last week, last Thursday. They got a nice little preview of what was going to go live any day. And literally just got the email this morning for everything to be transferred over was good. And so as of 9:00 tonight, right when we started the episode, it went live. And I know you're wondering what this is. So without further ado, went ahead and we have somewhat of a new website platform It's still backyardsportsmedia.com. So I'm going to add it to the stream here and follow along with me, Raul.
I'm following.
All right.
I'm intrigued.
Grand opening just went live. So if you go to backyardsportsmedia.com, you'll have, this is what you'll see. And the big announcement is Backyard Sports Media now has an online shop for all of your backyard sports, backyard blitz, tailgate trash talk apparel. So it also has all of our podcasts, the backyard sports, the tailgate trash talk. Mm-hmm. But the big thing that we are announcing is if you go to this button right here, this little.
But wait, there's more.
But wait,
it takes you to our store, backyardsportsmedia.shop. Go to backyardsportsmedia.shop for all of your backyard sports apparel, baby. You got apparel, you got accessories. Let's just look at the full catalog, why don't we? You got damn K t-shirts, hoodies. You got backyard sports coolers.
I need a lunchbox.
Steel water bottles, shirts, hats.
I need that
beanies, polos. We got pillows. We got.
I need that hoodie, that hat, everything on that screen.
We got Thanks Haskins.
Hey, I'm just letting you know, just on my part alone, sales are going to be through the fucking roof. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
We got coasters. We got 3/4 sleeves. We got coffee mugs. Whatever you want, we got it. And if we don't have it, you just ask us and we'll get it for you. We'll get it on there. We got a beer stein. I mean, look at all of these options here, folks. Backyardsportsmedia.shop.
What? Gary.
Bam. Backyard Sports Media.
I don't know how we live up to this for the rest of the show.
We're coming up on 3 years, right? Is it 3?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Like, I feel like I made it. Like, I don't know how else to say that. Stove. This is. Oh, man. This is incredible.
So, hey, real quick, while I got everyone on here, it's pretty simple, okay? You pick something here. Let's go to Tailgate Trash Talk. I just added these the other day. They're the youth ones. We got different options here, different colors. You name it, we got it. We got different sizes here. Hey, let's just add it to the cart. You add it to the cart. Free shipping on $99 or more. It's as simple as this. And I will tell you this, guys. I'll tell you this. I placed an order yesterday. I got a tracking number this morning. They send you a text and an email. If you put in all that information when you're checking out, they'll send you a text and an email with confirmation of the order and then a tracking number when it ships. 1 day shipping right there and free shipping on $99 or more orders.
That's the big time. That's excellent stuff.
Google Pay. This is amazing. Damn, Stove. This is way better than I could have ever imagined. And like I knew that remember that you guys were talking website shit, and I just don't know anything about websites. So I was like, all right, Gary's got that, and I just let that go. And
this was mainly Stove, man.
Honestly. But I remember you guys hadn't really at least talked about it in the group again since then. So I just thought that discussion was tabled until we figure out where we're gonna go
Stove
next.
Doesn't table stuff.
No, he does not, dude. Stove is out here burning shit up, searing the fucking game. Yeah, fuck Haskins. Thanks, Stove. This is great. Yeah. Oh, man. Holy shit. I need that hoodie. I needed that polo. I mean, I'm going to be in every conference call with one of those fucking polos on. If they got different colors, dog, I'm getting all of them.
There are different colors.
Good. I'll wear a pink one. I don't give a shit. As long as the brand's on it.
Yep.
This is gang shit out here. I like it.
Yes, sir.
Man. Okay. Well, now, I mean, all right. Well, I guess that's the show. Thanks for tuning in. Yes. Yeah. Wow. This is awesome, dude. Stove, this is, this is your show, bud.
I'm just here, bud. This is your show.
I mean, you're driving. Like, take over for the rest of it because, like, I don't even know where to go. I'm going to shop while you handle that. So.
All right, let's go back to last week's games here. Just a little recap. There you go, Raul.
.shop. It is fucking brilliant. Anyways. Sorry. Oh, I love this recap. Okay. Thursday night, Bucks, Eagles, a little closer than I thought it was going to be. If I can be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the Bucks took their foot off the gas a little bit.
They did. Yeah.
Got a little complacent, you know? Which, you know, it happens, but I guess whenever you have Tom Brady in the seat, you know, it doesn't matter.
They took a knee at the 4 as well, like to end the game. They could have punched one in. But the Eagles, we talked about it last week. The Eagles are they're feisty. You know, I don't think they're gonna win a lot of games, but they're not a team that is gonna lay down. They got a better defense than I think people give them credit for too. That offense is bad though.
Yeah.
Still, what were your reservations on the game? Did you see anything worth concern?
Not really, no. Other than Tampa's defensive backs just kind of keep on going down. I mean, their defensive backs are kind of depleted right now.
Sherman got a shitload of Twitter smoke this week.
Yes, he did. Wow.
Yeah, he did.
Whoever posted that?
Ooh.
Wow. Touche.
Yeah. Got that smoke.
Yep.
I mean, don't start none, won't be none, and that's
right.
And that's Wu-Tang, and they're for the children. Cowboys Patriots. That turned out to be a fucking game, didn't it?
This game got wild.
You know what,
really
Gary? Let's start with you on this. As a matter of fact, yeah, let's hear some shit about Dallas here. Oh, there it is.
This game got really wild. I think if you're Dallas, this game exposed some of the concerns they should have. If they're not creating a bunch of turnovers on defense, that defense can get a little bit, can get a little bit exposed. Mac Jones was efficient. He's not going to light the world on fire. They're being very careful with him as they should for 1 and 2. It's what they did with Brady early in his career. So what surprised me a bit was a couple of the big plays that the Cowboys gave up to an offense that really doesn't have playmakers. But in the second half, the Patriots were gashing them with the run game.
Yeah, it was poor tackling though too. And
yeah,
on that deep ball for a touchdown there in the fourth quarter, Diggs was the covering corner, but then you had your safety over top who he came over to help, but he didn't do anything. He completely.
I think that was an alignment thing too. Like Quinn had him playing a true center field, and I just don't think he didn't react. Jones looked him off a little bit to the left. I don't know that Jones moved him as many quarterbacks do with safeties. I just think he reacted late, and they've got some speed on the outside. The Patriots do. They don't have a lot of skill. Like Bourne and Aguilar aren't guys that are going to really scare teams unless they're getting downfield, and that's not who Mac Jones is. Except when a play's that wide open, I think he can hit that play. They're not going to ask him to do that a ton. My concern, honestly, if I'm a Cowboys fan, my concern really is that defense got exposed a bit. Trevon Diggs is still susceptible to the double move. That's what he really got beat with a lot last year. This year, teams have been challenging him more than they probably should because the guy can cover if you're not playing any games on him, the guy can cover. He showed it at Bama. He showed it, he's shown it throughout this season where he's got more interceptions than any team in the NFL right now. He's going to take the ball away if you throw it over there. So teams got to get back to what beat him last year if they're going to expose him at all. I think Dan Quinn's defense has overperformed through the first 5 weeks. And in week 6, we saw them against an inferior offense struggle a little bit. So I'm curious to see how Dan Quinn adjusts going forward. Micah Parsons is back in his natural position, and he looks really good there. I didn't get a lot of the hype that a lot of people had the first 5 weeks with him on the edge. He didn't look like he was beating offensive tackles, really. He's clearly athletic and clearly one of the most athletic people on any field he's ever been on. But I'm concerned if I'm a Cowboys fan because of some of the things that the Patriots offense was able to do, and that's not a good offense.
Oh, Stove looks
Did you just
curbed.
say Dak Prescott is not a good offense?
No, the Patriots offense is not a good offense. I'm concerned by the things the Patriots offense were able to do against the Cowboys defense.
Okay.
Dak, he didn't look real good the first 2.5 quarters and then got pretty hot down the stretch. And obviously that fast CD to win the game was Dak doing things that Dak can do, get outside of the pocket and be athletic. But I'm concerned about the Cowboys defense if I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm not concerned about the division. They're going to run away with the division because the rest of it's fucking god-awful trash. But if I'm a Cowboys fan, if I'm the Cowboys and I want to make a deep run, that game shed some light on some concerns for me defensively. That's all.
Gotcha.
Dolphins, Jaguars.
We can just skip this game. This was a pathetic game.
It was bad.
Hell, played by two pathetic teams in a pathetic country, and
Fuck yes, dude. I'm here for that energy.
And
I'm fucking here.
By a pathetic coach, Urban Meyer. So we can just skip this one.
Ooh wee.
Get him, Stove.
That is so spicy. Spicy.
And the Dolphins suck. And Gary was right from day one. They suck. Defense sucks, and I was on board with them, and they've just shit the bed this year.
Hot stuff.
So we can move on.
The burner is hot, ladies and gentlemen.
I've got nothing for that.
Yeah, he's on broil. It's fucking going down. Big stove broiling. Well deserved though. Something else I've heard, kind of interesting. Urban Meyer has now come from behind in 2 continents this year. Thank you. Thank you, Internet.
Always
thank
undefeated.
You. I take no credit.
Forever undefeated.
I take absolutely no credit. But that was worth it. Anyways, Packers Bears. All right, so the Packers won, and I think Aaron claimed ownership of somebody.
Yeah, he reminded them.
No, not of somebody.
I still own you.
I still fucking own you.
Yeah, he did emphasize.
I still fucking own you.
Yeah. And he does.
He did the discount double check.
Yep, the double check. He showed a little bit of that athleticism that made him unbelievably elite for so long on that touchdown run too, and then dropped the double check on him, and I still fucking own you.
Dude, that was
just
awesome.
A friendly reminder from your neighborhood pothead. I still fucking own you.
Dude, it was awesome to hear.
That is godlike energy.
He's
awesome,
man. Hate him for all his petulance and for how much of a fucking asshole he can be, but I'm here for that.
But this is Russell Crowe. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Exactly.
I mean, this is fucking come get me, Love that.
Yeah.
Fucking Leonidas.
Yes. Established dominance.
Yep. Good win.
And good on Aaron to fucking flex. I dig that shit.
Yeah.
Tiger King putting a hurting on the Lions. Yeah.
No news there.
Yeah.
Texans. We're close to the end of the Jared Goff experience, I think, in Detroit, though. Dan Campbell came out, kind of called him out after the game. I think old Kneecaps is getting a little tired of Jared Goff.
Where do you
who they have for a backup?
That's never gonna get old.
Oh, honestly, if Andy was here, he probably knows, but I do not know who their backup is.
Robert Griffin.
He's backing up
he's
the
in the Fox.
analyst in the
no, he's in the Fox booth.
No, yeah, I just saw the jersey that you've fucking pleasantly thought would belong on your wall.
Look, I'm not taking it down, man. Like I was here for that hype for about a year and a half. And
no, for sure, man.
Went in the shitter. So
unfortunately, yeah,
it's not coming down. I got his rookie card underneath it too. But.
Is that DeMarcus Ware? I think it was. Texans Colts. Texans kind of unraveling here.
Yeah, they are who we thought they were.
It was inevitable. I think we all can kind of agree that the Texans.
I think we're starting to see the Colts get right, though. That running game is starting to play well.
Running game is doing good for him.
And I think
Jonathan Taylor's definitely getting in stride.
Oh yeah, for sure. That dude is looking the part.
For sure.
That I think we're starting to see them and another team
a little more healthy Saquon Barkley type shit.
Yeah.
Just needs to stay healthy.
Yeah, and that's it's always the case. And then I know that Sam Ehlinger should be coming back, right? Or was this his first week back?
Yeah, because they just cut Jacob Eason.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back this week. They cut Jacob Eason, so Ehlinger is next up.
So we'll get into that later, but yeah, that's obviously. But I liked what I saw. He needs to. Yeah, all right, whatever. Fucking doesn't matter, son. You got a problem with it, dude? You can probably get you a fucking towel. Backyardsportsmedia.shop and fucking handle that mess.
Shout it out.
You know what I mean? You know what? Go to backyardsportsmedia.shop right now and find you the biggest basket you can find and carry your ass out of here with that bullshit. All right? Rams, Giants. Nobody's surprised. 38-11. On to the next one. Chiefs, Washington. 31-13. Gary, anything to add?
I just want to put a PSA out there for Chiefs fans, right?
Not to be included in things.
Relax, because this is a get-right game that you guys looked like real ass for about 35 minutes of it.
Straight booty.
You should not be trailing the fucking Washington football team 13-10 at half. Patrick Mahomes should not be out here throwing shot putts into defenders' fucking hands. Like he looks like he's pressing on shit. Just calm down, Chiefs fans. This was a get-right game that you did not get right. Okay? Relax.
Stove?
Nah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Fair enough. Vikings, Panthers. Kind of curious. I want the Kirk Cousins take here, Gary, honestly, but I'm going to go to Stove first because he's more important always when we're talking about defending Kirk Cousins here. So there's been an ongoing debate here about the top 10, top 15, blah, blah. You can't name 15 quarterbacks better than Kirk Cousins. And so I want to hear both of the – I want to hear the follow-up. It's been a couple weeks. Let's talk about it. Stove.
Kirk Cousins sucks.
Just direct and to the point.
Oh, shit.
And that's what we need in this world.
I mean, Gary wants to put it all on the kicker's fault here, place blame on the kicker for 2 games, this and that. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're the fucking quarterback of an NFL team. Like, take some responsibility. Don't place blame on the kicker just because you throw an INT in the 4th quarter and, let the other team score. Come on, bro. Get that shit out of here. No, I
like that.
This was a game where the Panthers, without They're without.
Say without McCaffrey because the Vikings were without Delvin Cook.
They're without McCaffrey. You have a quarterback who came from the New York Jets, Sam Darnold. Okay, he started uphill and then he's downhill.
Yeah, he has been down the last couple of weeks.
You're Kirk Cousins. You like that, Kirk Cousins.
Sam Darnold.
You got Adam Thielen. You got
just
Jefferson.
Not getting over the trauma of being with the Jets. So let's give him some time.
Like, Minnesota's okay. Like, they're okay. If you want to put him as a top 10 quarterback, Gary, then you need to go get your head examined. And I mean, bro.
Listen,
but the thing is he didn't say top 10.
Right. I'm going to tell you the same thing I said in the chat. I didn't say top 10. Pro Football Focus does every single year. Every single year.
No, at the beginning of the year you did, and then you put Carson Wentz in top 15.
You totally did because you conceded to 15. I remember that.
Yeah, I said Wentz is a top 15 quarterback as well.
Nope, talking about Kirk. You said 10, top 10, and then just recently, 2 weeks ago, he conceded to 15.
Maybe. Either way.
PFF
says he's top 10 every year too. However, it's not hard to counter this. Like, this is the second game this year that he's won 2 times, right? Second time this year he's won a game 2 times, okay? And he had another game that he put his team in position to win the game.
He also put the other team in position to win the game.
When?
Throwing INTs in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, against the Browns, and that's the one game that they lost by more than 3.
Well, I'm just saying.
Put his team
you can't be turning the ball over, Kirky.
Yeah, and I admitted that week he had a bad game. That's the one game this year.
On to the next one, Stowe.
He should be given credit for 4 wins in those 2 games.
Okay, well, let's give credit to the Ravens who fucking whipped the Chargers' ass 34-6.
Dude, we all picked the Chargers last week, and look what they did.
The fuck?
They fucking plastered.
Upset alert, dude. And we don't hear that enough in NFL, but this is an upset. Absolutely. I feel like you hear phrases like upset alert a lot more with the college crowd. But anyways, yeah, dude, that was a complete, all 4 of us, I believe, had that. Unreal. So what does this mean for Herbert? Could we all agree that this is a one-off, or is this an exposure?
I think for Herbert, it's a one-off.
I
think what really happened is
I'm sorry, I should say the offense.
The offense, sure, but the Ravens, it's a one-off for that offense. That offense will be fine. But the Ravens exposed that Chargers defense for what it is. They can't stop the run. And the Chargers offense had no answer for that. And this is what you end up with. You end up with a team that controls the clock, controls the game, controls the pace of the game, and wins 34-6 in a game that we all picked it. A lot of people were picking it. A lot of people after the 4-1 start were picking the Chargers for Super Bowl. It wasn't out of the realm to start thinking they might win the AFC. There was a lot of conversation that it was them and the Bills, and both of them lost this week.
Yeah, but they lost on the way they lost.
Different.
Two different losses.
Yeah, for sure. But losses nonetheless. After a week of a lot of hype about those 2 teams, it's to see them come out. It's a reminder that there's no chumps in the NFL other than the Dolphins and the Jaguars.
Yeah,
and Ron Rivera.
And I've said it since I think the Oakland game when Baltimore lost to Oakland and Chucky and D-Car down there. The Ravens needed to show something. Lamar needed to show something, and him and the Ravens team have definitely shown out ever since then.
Yeah, they've responded.
Yeah, big time.
That defense, I don't know what Wink's doing there, but he's got them playing well despite losing 4 really solid contributors on that defense, especially losing I'm blanking on the cornerback's name there, but Peters, Marcus Peters, losing him, one of the best, one-on-one cover corners, one of the best playmakers on defense. Losing him is a big deal, but they've lost quite a few contributors on that defense, and Wink's got them playing good ball, especially against a real tough Chargers offense. Hats off. They're doing a great job in Baltimore.
I'm curious to see what the rest of the Charger season can do now that defense has been exposed.
There aren't a lot of teams in the league that have the sort of running game that the Ravens do, though, right? Like, they get downhill on the offensive line, but when you've got a guy like Lamar that can that dude can make his own shadow fucking break his ankles. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. There aren't a lot of teams that can run like that, but that is the formula, right? If you're going to control the ball and keep that MVP candidate off the field, that's the formula.
Run the fucking ball. Yep. Down their throats. Titans are going to be their worst enemy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Cardinals Browns. I don't think that this was I think this was way more of a blowout than I thought it was going to be. Honestly, I thought the Browns were going to kind of hold.
We all picked the Browns last week too.
Yeah. No, okay. Yeah, that's an excellent point as well. I just never thought it'd be that. I mean, that's wow.
Too many turnovers. Chubb was out, and then Kareem Hunt went down. Cleveland never really got the ball going for a rushing attack, and that's one thing that we said last week was Cleveland's rushing game is going to win it there. Baker had some turnovers there. He got injured as well. He's wanting to play this week on Thursday night. Like, I don't know about that. I mean, it's something with the shoulder. I didn't quite see
his
what
left
it was.
Shoulder. He had, I think, a separation of his left shoulder. So it's his non-throwing shoulder, but still a separation.
Still, yeah. And to have a game on a Thursday night, short week. But that game right there was definitely, put that one and the Ravens Chargers up there as the two lopsided games that we had picked. The opposite teams, and didn't see that one coming. I thought it was going to be a heck of a lot closer game, but again, running game for Cleveland didn't get going. Turnovers, injuries, kind of forced them to where they were, and Arizona and Kyler Murray kind of just took it to them then and sailed from there.
Yeah, I think we're starting to get put on notice that this Cardinals team has some staying power too. We saw them get off to a hot start last year and then fade pretty quickly. And they were, I think they finished last year 7-9, but they scuffled real bad down the stretch and kind of split games. And this year, it looks like that defense is a lot better than it was last year. And Murray's got more offensive weapons. Christian Kirk is like an afterthought now because AJ Green's there. Rondale Moore is playing really well for a rookie. They've got a running game. Chase Edmonds looks like he can carry the load with, James Conner is kind of a supplemental guy.
Now they have Ertz.
Yeah, I mean, adding Ertz to the fold on top of the fact, that Murray can also run the ball quite well. Like, you suddenly have a lot of weapons on offense, and that defense is playing well. It's probably high time for us to start talking about the fact that, the Cardinals are probably here to stay this year.
They've got some tenure on some contracts that are going to keep them relevant for a little bit. And
rookie deals for quarterbacks, man.
And they've got some momentum.
And I didn't even mention Nuke, right? Of all people, I didn't even mention Nuke. That's how many weapons they have on offense.
I genuinely think that the Cardinals definitely made a statement, and I agree that I definitely agreed with your point initially about the whole about the run game was going to dictate whether or not they'd get the word. That was going to win the game. I just feel like it's, even if it's not them directly as far as getting in the end zone, it's just that relief for the receivers, for the pass, dealing with the pass rush as much as you're going to deal with it when you can't get the run game. It's going to be fucking miserable. There's no way around it. So,
yeah,
and they've got to.
You look at what the Ravens did to the Chargers, right? They neutralized Joey Bosa,
right?
And you thought maybe the Browns' offensive line and running game was going to be able to neutralize Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt. They turn the ball over a couple times early, and they get behind, and suddenly they've got to throw it. You got Baker scrambling everywhere because Chandler Jones is like quietly, like people still, you never really think of him when you think of the elite pass rushers in the league, but the dude's a fucking monster. And then you add J.J. Watt to the mix, and Baker was scrambling for his life for a while there on Sunday.
Well, some well-deserved scrambling. Fuck Baker Mayfield. On to the next one. All right. Raiders-Broncos, 34-24. Anything to cover there?
Gary, anything?
The Broncos offense is still a huge detriment to that team.
Yeah.
The defense is on the field all the time. I think the Raiders, they played well kind of with the emotion and playing well for Rich Bisaccia. But yeah, if the Broncos can't figure out how to fucking control the ball a little bit, like my pick for them to be in the playoffs is going to be way wrong.
Does this prove that if you have a racist head coach that your team would be better?
Maybe for a week. I don't know.
Yeah, it's at least a week though, right? It's like the K&N sticker on the back of your truck gives you an extra 5 horsepower.
Yeah, exactly.
Steelers, Seahawks, and the Steelers take down the Seahawks at home.
This one got wild.
It did.
This one definitely got wild.
14-0 at the half with Geno Smith at quarterback, and you think the Seahawks are dead in the water. Next thing you know, they're up 17-14, and the Steelers are fucking scrambling, right? And then down the stretch, you get play after play, moving the ball from down the field, a couple of field goals, you go to overtime. Steelers punt the ball away, and then fucking T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt makes the play of the game, strips Geno Smith, and
it's a second turnover in a row to end the game for him.
Yeah. And I mean, you feel for the guy. It's TJ fucking Watt, but you got to protect the ball.
Yeah, got to protect the ball.
But this game, I thought the Steelers were going to run away a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't think the Seahawks offense was going to be able to really do anything because that Steelers defense is good. But I think the Steelers went into the locker room up 14-0 and
thinking they had it in the bag.
Right.
And they let off the gas. And look what happens.
Yeah, whether Tomlin didn't do his job as the head coach to keep everybody up at half, or everybody just got real complacent. The Seahawks came right out, ran the ball down their throat for the entire third quarter, scored a couple touchdowns to get, to tie it up, then ended up taking the lead with a field goal. And, they couldn't hold on, but that was a valiant effort on their part with Russell Wilson being out.
I haven't seen too much time for Geno Smith to really shine. I mean, obviously he was, promising quarterback out of West Virginia or whatever. I'm trying to think of where else he went aside from the Jets. Did he go to the Giants? Was he not a backup there?
Yeah, he was there. He's been a few different places.
Right.
I don't remember where else, but he's been around a bit.
Anyways, fucking bravo, sir. Bravo. Bills Titans 34-31. I mean, we've got to talk about just the most monstrous human being in the league. That guy's fucking terrifying, dude. It doesn't matter.
7 yards a carry last night and 3 tutties
against the league's top defense entering the game.
Yes,
they had more shutouts than the rest of the league coming into this game. Yeah, he's a mutant, man. Like, there's no other way to this. He's a fucking mutant.
He's huge.
You shouldn't be 6'4", 255 pounds and run a fucking 4.40. Fuck, man.
I don't know that we've ever presented this question, but I guess I'll ask. Do you think it's natural? Like, do you think he's juicing?
Oh, absolutely. He's been that big since he was fucking 10.
So it's natural.
100% natural. 100%. He was that big in fucking high school. He was 6'4" at fucking Alabama, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's just gifted.
I fell down a wormhole last week, and it was just like, I whatever. Thanks. Yeah. Anyways,
if you ever watch his highlight reel from high school.
No, and that's the thing is I've seen all the old tape on this fucking guy.
Yes.
I watched a highlight reel on YouTube once. It was like he's basically fucking junior high to whatever, and he was just always the biggest fucking dude on the field.
Always. He looks like
it's just a
normal teenager playing against peewee kids.
Right. It's Debo's walking up to a Pop Warner game.
Dude, a case in point, right? Last night, he takes a handoff, and the play goes nowhere, really. It's like a 2-yard gain, I think. But he throws a stiff arm at a defensive lineman who just falls on the turf in a fucking pile. Like, that's a defensive lineman. That's not Josh Norman. That's a defensive lineman. I can't remember who it was, I believe. Yeah, that's a big guy. He just falls on the turf in a pile from a Derrick Henry stiff arm. That's another grown-ass man that he just stole his soul.
Getting turned into a body bag, yeah.
But that first run he had for a touchdown where he bounced off a tackler and then outran everybody. He's outrunning defensive backs, outrunning fucking Poyer and Hyde. Just, you shouldn't be that big and be able to do that shit.
100%.
Unreal. What a game. What a decision at the end of the game, too, right? McDermott took those fucking brass balls and just threw them on the table.
Well, we'll talk
my
about
quarterback's
that
better than you.
Yeah.
Man, what a finish to a game. Unreal. Great game to watch.
No, it was a real good game. And, Gary just kind of alluded to it. But we'll talk about it in our cap or facts.
When we get there.
Yeah. So I'll kind of save my comments for then. But yeah, great game. Great game.
All right, on to the next one. Where are we at here? We've got week 7 matchups. Ooh.
We didn't get spicy.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. So nice little layout here. Thank you for cropping out my typo there at the top where it said week 5 picks. My bad. Missed a cell in the Excel spreadsheet. Anyways, unanimous here. Denver, Cleveland. There's nothing really to cover there. So Green Bay, Washington, same thing.
Still nothing to cover.
Still nothing. Carolina Giants also makes sense. So now we're going to get murky. So Gary on the island with the Titans. And I think it's a surprise. It's not a surprising island.
No, it's not, because
it's more surprising that me and Stove picked the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And I should have known better, but maybe for me, I think that win kind of propelled the Chiefs back up a little bit here.
Still there, dude. I think it's still there.
It is. That defense is still terrible. You got Derrick Henry coming. They're looking for revenge for the past few years.
It's going to be a shootout.
Chiefs eliminating them from the playoffs and everything else. So Gary's pick is definitely not. I mean,
I'm not going to get ridiculed for this one.
No.
Actually, fuck that, Gary. You're a piece of shit for going the PG safe route, okay? You went with the guarantee, and me and Stove, even though you would think the island would be the fucking taboo pick, no, this time me and Stove were like, you know what? Fuck that. We're not giving up on the Chiefs Kingdom, dude. They still got it because it's going to be a shootout. And yes, you're right. There's no doubt that Derrick Henry is going to absolutely fucking obliterate that defense. But if there's anything I know, it's that fucking defense is not going to be able to handle all of the fucking shots that Pat's going to take downfield. They're not going to cover it all.
Yeah, I mean, there was a point in that game last night that I thought the Titans defense had figured it out a little bit, and then Josh Allen got loose and said, nope, that's not right. So,
but Josh
early on they were stifling. Yeah, but
you're not comparing Tannehill and
No. I'm talking about the Titans defense. Sorry.
Right.
You mentioned the Titans defense not being ready for Mahomes. I thought there were a couple of times last night that I thought early on, maybe the Titans defense has figured it out a little bit. But again, like I said, Josh Allen got loose, did what Josh Allen does. So we're probably in for a shootout. Now, that being said, of course, it'll finish like 7-6, and we'll all be like, yeah, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I think Henry's going to get real loose. Probably 2 bills, probably a couple tutties. They're gonna.
He's going to be the breadwinner.
Blunt force trauma. Yeah.
Stove?
No, I mean, I could go either way on this. And after last night's game, I probably should have gone Tennessee, but I'm going to stay with my pick. I'm not going to waffle.
No waffling.
No waffling here.
No waffling.
Oh wow.
Or Pancake House. Okay. This is actually one that surprised me.
This is another one.
I feel like this would have surprised me. It surprises me that
cannot
no one
believe
picked Baltimore.
either of you picked Baltimore.
I can't believe you picked Baltimore.
I'm in on the Tiger King. I'm in on the Tiger King. I'm sold on Joe Burrow. I absolutely am sold on that offense. I feel like they have the capability to beat that team. Now,
my big
Lamar Jackson,
defense, though.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson was fucking magical recently. So, obviously the waffling could have taken place. So I understand I'm shocked that I feel like Andy would have picked Baltimore.
Probably.
And that's what we need. We can't be all agreeing and shit. We need the Andys of the world. So Andy, I hope you get a chance to join us tonight because we're running late. So Atlanta, Miami, everybody's kind of unanimous. Miami's a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
With a capital S.
Oh, yeah.
Unanimous with the Pats, especially coming off their little scary approach last week. The Rams, all unanimous here. Vegas, I mean, we're pretty much unanimous until we get to the New Orleans.
No. Gary's on his little island for the freaking Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts.
Fucking kidding me.
No.
Dude.
What a loser.
Okay, you know what, dude? Bring the camera back. Are you fucking kidding me, Gary? In what fucking world is this misfire going to happen against the Raiders?
I just think the Raiders are going to crash back from that emotional high from last week. Honestly, that's what I put it at.
What emotional high?
I think the Eagles of the new coach, all the craziness with Gruden. I just think the Eagles defense is better.
You think they need a safe space to fucking get a W this week?
Probably.
I'm adjusting my mic because I want to rip your fucking head off right now. You were, dude.
Look,
especially fucking look, I know that you're more of a hater of your football team than a lover, but like the Eagles over the Raiders.
I don't pick these games with that in mind though. Like I have to separate.
Say that to the Cowboys picks literally every week.
I literally do not pick for or against. I picked the Cowboys last week. Yes,
Stove, am I wrong?
He did.
No, but he does it though. He does it though. It was a generalization, but you do it.
I do not pick emotionally.
Stove, he picks emotion.
Don't.
Am I wrong?
Don't.
Tiebreaker, you got to be here. If it's 3, there's a tiebreaker.
I hate to do this. I hate to do it.
No.
But Gary.
One of us is getting muted.
I will say for the most part, Gary does pick without the emotion. There may be a couple times where he does pick against the Cowboys just because it's me. But to his defense on that, I pick anyone who plays the Vikings,
I was not going down that road in an effort to save your future. Twas your decision. You went of your own free will. Back to the games here. We're back down, same line until we get to the New Orleans and the Seattle pick, and Gary's back on the fucking island. So, not surprised at the island, honestly. I would figure that if Andy was here, we'd probably be 50-50.
Maybe.
We've got to change the quarterback position, but obviously probably not a bad thing, especially against the Saints defense. And, Jameis is, although I was right once in a while about fucking Jameis, that one game that happened, I'm still, he's still Jameis fucking Winston. So
that's honestly the root of my pick. I think the Seahawks defense played better against the Steelers last week, and I think they're going to lean heavy on the run. They're going to lean heavy on that defense. They're going to be safe, conservative. And I don't think the Saints offense scares people like it used to, right? Unless your name's Jack Del Rio. But, I don't think that Saints offense is going to scare anybody, especially until at least like Michael Thomas comes back with his slant routes. So,
if he comes back.
Yeah, I don't know that he ever plays another down in New Orleans, but
not New Orleans.
Unless they get him back, I don't think that offense scares people. They're stacking the box against Kamara, and they're forcing Winston to beat him, and he hasn't really done a good job of that this year.
Nope.
So what was the deciding factor for you, Stove, to lean Saints? I mean, do you agree at least that there's an argument for both sides?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
All right, so then what was your deciding factor?
For me, it was just going with Jameis and the Saints. A little bit more cohesiveness with the Saints and Jameis being a starting quarterback in the NFL for, X amount of years, other than, he could have that game where he throws 3-4 INTs, and wants to go eat some crab legs afterwards too.
Free of charge.
Yeah. But that's where I went on this one. Geno not being a starting quarterback in the NFL and, really just having basically just a week under his belt with that offense. It's tough to build some continuity between quarterback, receivers, everything else like that. So
I believe that Jameis is capable of some consistency. Am I saying that we're going to see consistency for the rest of the season? No. But what I am saying is that it can come in spurts. That's all I'm going to say. That's the route I'm going to take. I think that he's capable, and I think that this upcoming match is also he's going to be capable against that defense, especially knowing that they're fully capable of defending the deep ball, but Jameis can fucking throw. When he's on, he's on. So whatever. It's like betting on Jameis is a lot like just betting on your ability to plug in a USB in the dark. It's you fucking get it wrong most of the time, but but it's still supposed to be 50-50. So
that one time you get it right, it feels so good.
It feels so good. And that was just like last week or the week before for me. I felt good being on that island. All right. What's next on the board here, Stove? We ran through the whole schedule pretty quickly.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you want to run into a little salute?
Yeah, let's do a little salute.
Okay, so this salute to service is going to go to the U.S. Navy sailors who were identified in the helicopter crash from a while back. Crashed in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Southern California. And as you guys know, in our Folds of Honor salute to service, we dedicate every episode to a fallen service member. And it's our favorite part of this episode. So 82 episodes in a row, we've managed to get dedications done for those who've given the ultimate sacrifice. And so this episode is going to be dedicated to the 5 who were lost in that helicopter crash. That was Lieutenant Bradley A. Foster, 29 years old, who was a pilot from Oakhurst, California. Lieutenant Paul Fridley, 28 years old, a pilot from Annandale, Virginia. Naval Air Crewman, 2nd Class James P. Buriak, 31 years old, from Salem, Virginia. Hospital Corpsman, 2nd Class Sarah Burns, 31 years old, from Severna Park, Maryland. And Hospital Corpsman, 3rd Class Bailey Tucker, 21 years old, from St. Louis, Missouri. The helicopter crash happened as an MH-60S Sierra crashed on August 31st, about 70 miles off the coast of San Diego. So, to those 5 that were lost in this training exercise, episode 82 of Backyard Blitz, brought to you by Backyard Sports and our Folds of Honor Salute Service. Go to you. We have the watch. Man, they said that one was rescued. One person got rescued.
Yep.
I can't imagine being the one that made it out.
Just like Marcus Luttrell, lone survivor.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Pretty gruesome shit. So, I think it's time to get into a little capper facts to break the awkward silence here. All right, first capper facts, gentlemen here. All is right in Kansas City after the second half explosion against Washington. Cap or facts? Gary, you're the resident Washington football team fan. Stove, you're up first.
Cap. Still plenty to pick apart on defensive side of the ball and offensive side of the ball. Patrick Mahomes has got to take better care of that football. This is cap.
I say it's cap. However, I am going to waffle on the end of a dynasty.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it from a previous episode's capper facts where we said this is the end of the Chiefs dynasty. I believe I said facts, and I am I am undecided now.
I think we all did.
Yeah, I think that was unanimous. I'm not sold. No longer sold. I'm unsold. Gary.
This is cap. Like I said, this is a get right game that they didn't really get right. The second half was really sloppy from Washington, as Washington does. Scott Turner, I'm not sure he even knows what a playbook looks like, let alone how to design plays. I fucked up real bad in the first half, and there were 3 plays in the course of 2 series that were really, really well-designed plays, and I gave him a bunch of credit. I started saying, holy fuck, maybe Scott's figuring it out. Maybe he knows how to design plays after all. And then the rest of the game happened, and that's no longer true. So this is cap.
All right, cap it is. Next thing, Arizona and Baltimore are the best teams in their respective conferences leading up to an all-avian Super Bowl. Great use of the word avian. I'm just gonna start this one off, and I'm gonna say cap. I don't believe that Baltimore is the best team in their respective conference. So I think that's the only real problem I see there. Gary, what are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go cap, but for the other reason. I know I was minutes ago saying we need to start talking about Arizona having staying power. But I still think if they played Tampa Bay 10 times, Tampa wins 8 or 9 of them. So I'm sticking with Tampa as the best team in the NFC. But I will not say that Arizona won't have a say in the NFC because they do look like they have that staying power. But this here is cap for me. I think Baltimore has the mentality this year to be the best team in the AFC. Nobody wants to fucking play them right now.
I think that's fair. Stove?
Cap. Cowboys and Buffalo are the best teams in their respective conferences.
That's fucking gangster, dude. I think now's the part where typically I would join in on the chirping against you and say, hey, you need to stop being this unrealistic Cowboys fan. But you know what, dude? I'm fucking here for it today. All right. I needed that.
I love
because you know what? At the end of I'll give a fuck, bro. We are them boys. And that's facts. Like
them boys.
We're a fucking problem. And it feels good to be a problem in the fucking NFL right now. Despite what Gary's best fucking attempts at opinions are, we're fucking out here, son. 70% of the earth is covered by water. And the rest is covered by Trayvon Diggs. All right.
Nice. Nice.
Unless he's getting hit with a double move.
Look, does he not lead the league in interceptions?
He does lead the league in interceptions.
Then shut the fuck up.
He leads most teams.
He actually has more than, I believe, more than like the whole
half?
league, I think.
Then defer to my last point. Shut the fuck up, dude. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So, honestly, if I'm picking, I would say Cardinals, Bills. I think the Cardinals definitely stand the chance to be the best team in their conference. But then again, you never really can rule out Green Bay. And I don't know why, but you can't. And I think that this year
owns you.
Dude, this is the first year I'm not 100% confident in their ability to get to the Super Bowl in a while. But yeah, he fucking owns you, dude. And
this is the kind of year when you don't expect too much, that he's going to get real hot in the playoffs. He's going to throw like 14 tutties and no picks, and they're going to win the fucking Super Bowl. He's going to earhole somebody in the Super Bowl, and Polamalu's going to assume the fetal position, be fucking traumatized, bad memories.
That's fair. I dig that. I dig that a lot. All right, what's next? Derrick Henry is the real MVP if you turn off the QB bias. So I like this one. And we talked about this, I think, last season. I think we talked about this being a real thing, being, you know, the quarterbacks are always going to get that preference in the MVP conversation. You know, we talked about Aaron Rodgers last year, so on and so forth. But, you know, Russell Wilson prior to November, you know, like that's kind of where Tony Romo prior to like, preseason. Derrick Henry is the real MVP if you turn off the QB bias. I'm saying facts. Stove, where do you lie on this subject?
So I'm going to take it a step further here. I'm going to say facts if you turn off the QB bias, but I'm also going to say he's the real MVP regardless of it as well.
I like it. I love that big dick energy. Bring it.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that completely.
Love it.
Gary?
Yeah, I added, you know, I proposed this one, and I added the caveat because, you know, it is hard to turn off that bias, right? Because the quarterback has the ball every play. They're constantly the focal point. But I'm with Stove on this. Like, Derrick Henry is the real MVP regardless. Now, when I'm picking, you know, my favorites to win it, I always have to consider the fact that there is a bias to quarterbacks, right? But if you're just talking to me about who has the most value, who brings the most value to a team, I don't think it's even really close, to be honest. Like, that dude brings more value to the Titans. And the example that we really need to consider is they're playing Seattle in Seattle, and they're down by fucking 17 or 18 points late in that game. Who brought them back? It wasn't fucking Tannehill. Derrick Henry ran for 140 yards over the last like 4 possessions that they had, and they go on to win that game. So, you know, if you're fooling yourself trying to say like, oh, the quarterback brings more value to the team, the fuck it does. You ain't bringing more value than that motherfucker. I'll tell you that right now. Facts.
I think when you have a good quarterback, the quarterback will bring more value than the running back. Like if you have a good running back and a good quarterback, the quarterback will bring more value to the team. The reason that Derrick Henry does shine is because of the fact that he does not have a great quarterback and the fact that he's inhuman.
He's different.
He's inhuman. Yeah, he's not a human. He is not of this world.
But with that, though, with what you just said, though, Raul, if you don't have a good quarterback, then 9 times out of the 10, the defense is going to be keying in on you as the running back and stacking the box. Mm-hmm. So it's even more difficult for you to get those yards and yards after contact.
No doubt. And I'm not trying to say that Tannehill's a terrible quarterback by any means. I'm saying that he is just capable. Like he is going to be your baseline quarterback of what you need to shine. But Derrick Henry will shine regardless. That was my point.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we're talking about a generational talent running back because it doesn't, stack those fucking boxes and he's going to fuck you up, dude. Like he's not going to do it the whole game. He's probably going to get gassed, but I promise you he's going to put up triple digits yards. Any idea why Josh wore his slippers last night?
Because he can.
Because he fucking can. BDE, old son.
Yeah,
McDermott made the right call to go for it instead of kicking the field goal. I'm going to say cap, but I appreciate the energy. I feel like given the situation as a coach or as someone who can make a decision, I'm going to go the PG safe route. If I have a chance to win the game, I'm going to go the conservative route. Is it a time to take a gamble? 100%. I guess I'm the coward. But anyways, Gary, what are your thoughts?
I'm facts on this, man. I love the decision. I think most people expected him to go the safe route and just take the field goal, go to overtime, take a chance. One, that defense was pretty gassed out. Derrick Henry was asserting himself. But two, like, you've got Josh Allen. You've got that big dick energy. You've got that dude whose pants have 3 legs, right? Like, that's the guy you're putting out there. And to be completely honest, right? They're 4-1. They dropped to 4-2. It doesn't end their season. But what that does for a locker room, when the coach says, I trust my guys, we're in this for the long haul. We're not in this for a win against the Titans. We're in this for the end of the season when we need a play, when we need you guys to understand this is how we make plays. I'm in. I love it from McDermott. I think he has full buy-in from that locker room, and this just takes that a step further to say, you're my guys. Josh, you're my guy. You're the guy that's going to take us to the promised land. This is going to pay dividends in December, in January.
I think at this point it's safe to say it's never wrong to take a gamble on Josh Allen.
That's a stacked deck when you got Josh Allen.
Fuck yeah, it is, dude. That Stephon Diggs chemistry is next level.
Oh, yeah.
Stove, what are your thoughts on this one?
I can't put it any more perfectly than what Gary just said. This is facts all the way. Big dick energy, brass balls, love the fucking decision. Even though you got the L, I love it. I love it. I hate it when coaches start pussying out when they have a shot to win the damn ball game. Raul, you just pussied out.
You're right. I did. That's fine.
Get him, Stove.
That's fine.
It. Yeah. I love that energy. Yeah, absolutely. That buys you equity as a coach. That decision buys you equity later in the season. Absolutely.
I'm not mad at that decision at all. I would just be at all times terrified of my future at that team. You know what I mean?
Real quick, this is one of my favorite quotes from a great movie, okay? And it fits perfectly right here, okay? It's from The Rock.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
Your best. Losers whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Josh Allen's fucking the prom queen.
That right there is a perfect example of fucking going for it. That's winning right there.
There's one thing I'm sure of.
Mentality right there.
Mamba mentality. I dig that too. If there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that Josh Allen, Fox. Julio's catch was a new generation
that thing
Music
was
City
nuts, dude.
Dude,
Off the helmet, toe tippy tap on the sideline.
love it.
Julio's another guy who's just he's different. He's a fucking freak of nature. Golly. Off the helmet, and the dude just goes and gets it. Tippy tap on the sideline. His left foot was in by like a fucking millimeter, man.
Yeah. That's
next level stuff.
An absolute cunt hair.
Yeah. They did try the Music City Miracle earlier in the game and completely away. That dude threw a forward pass that finished 7 yards in front of where he threw it from. That was so bad.
That just, I mean, I immediately thought like, wow, they need to check his depth of perception.
Should have
had that popcorn.
I just need a can of corn and Diet Coke.
Brucey.
Can of corn and Diet Coke.
Great movie. Go watch that tonight, man. When we go to bed.
Oh, yes, the tryouts. It's tryouts, you big dumb bitch. That's one of my favorite lines of that movie.
Oh,
man. My nose.
I love little Michael. All right. Capper facts?
We're done. We're done, son. And we got Thanks Haskins and Damn K.
All right. Well, let's jump into Thanks Haskins.
Okay.
Stove, I'm gonna have you go last just so that I put the conscious pressure on Gary to keep it under 30 minutes.
I won't be as bad this week, I promise. I'm not as emotional about this next topic.
Go on.
So yeah, Dawson Knox is a stud.
Stud all time.
Stud. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about somebody that you and Andy and Stove love so much. And
be very fucking careful how you talk about Stafford.
I'm gonna be.
I'm
not talking about Stafford.
I have a mute button.
Listen, I will fight you.
If I don't like it, I will mute you.
Oh my God, dude!
Flat out embarrassed himself on Sunday.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They do a cutaway to kids getting a spa day treatment on the house from the Patriots, right? And this motherfucker trips over his own fucking balls trying to be a fucking smart ass dickhead for like the 27th time this game and says, "Man, I could use a spa day." How about you shut the fuck up, buddy? Shut the fuck up. You're out of your fucking pocket. You're out of place as usual. Fucking, I can't do it anymore with that fucking guy.
Because he said I could use a spa day, dude.
That's
hey,
the
Gary.
The fucking 30 of them.
Hey, Gary.
They're showing kids who are fucking battling.
Hey, be more sensitive, bud. Be more sensitive.
Be more sensitive.
Fuck's sake.
For that reason, fuck Romo. Thanks, Haskins.
I'm so glad that's over. Stove, what's yours?
Well, so
what are we thinking?
So I have a video for mine, but it starts with a damn K and then moves to a Thanks Haskins.
Okay.
So
all right, well then let's just Tarantino this shit and move into damn K and then we'll bring it back.
Okay. I appreciate it. Sorry.
Yeah,
still don't understand.
I like it. Go get it.
So
yeah, dude.
For my damn K, this person for Sunday Night Football went and did something, pay tribute to a former college running back who was fatally shot last year from Tennessee State. Mr. Jamal Adams with the pregame or during the game announcements, everyone, he said he's the best in the nation. You know, he put a little emphasis on it, and that was one of a guy's name here. Travis Ward was the running back that was killed last year, running back from Tennessee State. There's a video of Travis Ward doing the best in the nation, you know, with the emphasis and everything, and Jamal Adams paid tribute to that on Sunday night's game. But with that, it will go to Thanks Haskins. So I'll show the video and then I'll do the Thanks Haskins afterwards.
Washington. Jamal Adams, I'm the best in the nation.
On the outside, stop instead of what Ben thought was he was going to.
Washington.
Sound effects.
Washington. Jamal Adams, I'm the best in the nation.
On the outside, stop instead of what Ben thought was he was going to.
Sound effect. Get the fuck out of here.
Unreal. Unreal.
That's the most perfectly placed sound effect ever.
So,
Oh my God.
so damn K for Jamal Adams paying tribute to a fallen running back from Tennessee State from last year. But you got to thank Haskins for that face mask.
I'm fucking crying over here. That's so good. Oh. Oh my God. When you brought up Jamal Adams, I hoped that was going to end that way. It was so much better than I thought.
Washington. Jamal Adams, I'm the best in the nation.
On the outside, stop instead of what Ben thought was he was going to.
It doesn't get old.
No, it doesn't. Every time. Boom.
Oh, it's so good.
God damn it.
I feel Jesus Christ. I can't even.
Oh God. So good.
That was so good. Gary, what's your damn K this week? Yeah.
How the fuck do I top that?
Boom.
Boom. Oh shit. Anyway.
Oh, I can't breathe.
So I'm gonna pull a tiny morsel of good out of the Dolphins and Jaguars game. I can't. Oh, Jesus Christ, Corey, that was so good.
Corey, that was good, bud.
Oh,
That
that
was
was
good.
the aftershock. Bus station.
Because I heard it in my head exactly like.
Oh, anyway,
Christ.
I'll try to recover here, but so I'm gonna pull a tiny bit of good out of the Dolphins and Jaguars dumpster fire of a game. Old Mr. Wright, I think it's Michael, is his name. The kicker for the Jacksonville Jaguars picked up Matthew, not Michael, picked up off the street last week, elevated to the team this week, and he goes on to drill kicks of 54 and 52 in successive fashion, one to send the game to overtime and one to win it in overtime. Young man didn't have a job a couple of weeks ago, and this week he's out in London showing them how we play footy with a couple of bombs to win his team the game. And for that's my damn K moment.
He got the starting job now too.
Oh yeah. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, he did. As he should. God damn it.
Absolutely. That's some big dick energy.
I'm trying to think if I have a damn K. I don't think I have a thanks Haskins, but I think I might have a damn K.
Right.
Just trying to figure out how I want to word it because I still don't know how to word these damn Ks.
While you're thinking through that, go ahead.
No, by all means, you have the floor, sir. Gentleman has the floor.
Corey asked thoughts on Ertz to Arizona. We touched very briefly on it earlier, but it's
gonna fucking guarantee him a ring.
Yeah, I mean to add an athletic tight end who's got winning pedigree, he's got a Super Bowl ring already. That's just one more fucking problem for opposing defenses to deal with.
Arizona's working on their short game.
Yeah, for sure. They've got the deep ball with Nuke and AJ. They got a bit of a running game. Now Ertz can work the middle of the field. That makes him a lot more dangerous. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Corey. That's
for sure.
It plugs a hole on offense, and that's a win now. Ertz is not in their future plans, but it's definitely a for this season type of move.
Hey, there's a reason why I said why I was the only person that said that Arizona is going to win the NFC.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Anyway.
All right, so damn K. NFL's just going to arrest motherfuckers for insurance fraud, but they're going to continue to let people like Brett Favre go without fucking a lot of help that motherfucker probably needs because of TBI issues that are a huge concern of yours. Damn K. There we go. There's my fucking damn K. I feel like I did it backwards, but I'm good with it, and it's a fucking excellent point.
It is an excellent point.
We're fucking
definitely
we're gonna tit for tat on this shit, and we're gonna talk about insurance fraud, but y'all motherfuckers are the biggest crooks of them all. Come on, bruh.
Yeah, man.
Calling out Big Brother on that one. Come at me, Goodell. You can fucking.
You fucking anti-football pussy or whatever he called him.
From the back, you cuck.
From the back.
All right, fellas. Do we have anything else on the docket, Stove?
Nope, we're good, sir.
Man, we're clear. Hour and 20. Not bad. Not bad, bud. Well, guys, it was an unfortunate circumstance that we couldn't get Mr. Andy Flint with us tonight, but I think the three of us held down the fort just fine. Gary, any closing remarks?
No, nothing of import.
Stove?
BackyardSportsMedia.shop.
God damn it, you took my closing statement. BackyardSportsMedia.shop. Okay? Listen, if this episode made you upset, maybe a little flustered, then just go to the shop. BackyardSportsMedia.shop. We can get a towel to wipe your sweaty ass face. We can get you some new clothes so that you can get out of them crusty ass hater clothes. You can get hoodies. You can get sleeveless. You can get 3/4 sleeve. You can get mugs. You can get water bottles. You can get, you fucking name it. If we don't have it, we'll find it. You got the Tailgate Trash Talk podcast available. You got a lunchbox. You got hats. You got pillows, polos. You fucking name it. We got it. Multiple colors, all kinds of variants, all kinds of designs, all about the Backyard Sports Media brand. Big thank you to Stove for making this happen. This is fucking awesome. So be sure to check it out. BackyardSportsMedia.shop. You name it, it's on there. You hear us refer to these things. You hear us talk about these segments. Tailgate Trash Talk being its own podcast. If you're following college football, you've got lunch. Exactly. Yeoman, get you that Backyard Sports lunchbox, because if you ain't got a Backyard Sports lunchbox, bro, you're a sucker. You're a sucker. And I hate and I pity the fool. All right. Get you a Tailgate Trash Talk mug. That's a sharp looking mug. Get there. All right. Backyard Blitz, episode 82, brought to you by Backyard Sports Media. My name is Raul Herrera. Got Gary Freeze with me. I got the big motherfucking stove. Episode 82 in the books, baby. We're out.